Am I zoomed in? Good evening, everybody. I am Gina Milligan, and I am streaming to you live from SAC New Thought Center in beautifully sunny Arcadia, California. And it was overcast this morning, which I thought was delightful. But then the sun broke through the clouds, and everything is kind of glistening and green, and I love it. And tonight, I actually came in here wondering what direction I should go in with tonight's guided meditation. We just finished a whole series of talks on oneness, and I try my best to give the truth that I know as accessibly as possible. And many, many people take that and they apply it to their lives, and then they'll come to me a week later and wonder how to get out of the place that they found themselves back in. And so I was speaking with our other minister here, Paul Savoy, just a moment ago, and I said, how do I approach the idea of oneness differently in tonight's meditation? And he said that one of the most overlooked areas of division are in your closest interpersonal relationships. And I got quiet for a minute, which, if you know me, you know doesn't happen very often. And Paul just nodded big. But it's true. We listen with an objective, and we speak with an objective. And if everybody communicating has an objective in mind, nobody is truly hearing each other. Nobody is truly communicating that which needs to be said. So I think he's absolutely right, and that is where we will begin. So tonight, please take a deep breath. Bring yourself fully into your body. And find comfort. Whatever is happening in the world around you, whatever noise you hear, whether you feel hot or cold, whether your clothes are constrictive or loose, none of those things can alter the perfection of this moment. This moment is yours. It is only yours. And so if you find yourself distracted, it is your choice. Allow everything that is around you, everything that is within and without, allow it to be what it is. You do not need to follow anything you hear. You need only be aware. Breathe normally, and for the next few moments, listen, feel, quietly observe from the darkness of your closed-eyed body what is happening in the moment around you. Allow awareness. That is all you need to do. Notice how all around you life is moving. You can hear it. You can feel the evidence of it. And you need not do anything for it to continue. So know as we move forward that you do not have to follow anything you hear. The world will continue to turn while you venture inward. So with one last deep breath, we turn our awareness into the stillness at the center of our being. With complete comfort, ease, and the knowledge of safety. For this still place is spirit essence, the very heart of the divine which holds you at every moment, but especially now while you are aware. It is not that your awareness makes that holding any stronger. It's that your awareness brings it to reality, makes it tangible, and brings that necessary comfort. From this still sacred place, call to mind a recent conversation, an ordinary conversation, not one that is politically charged, not one that is argumentative, not one that is somehow provocative or evocative, just an ordinary exchange that has happened with a friend, a family member, a coworker, something completely benign. Allow yourself to see it. Allow yourself to remember it. Now, within that conversation, that ordinary moment, ask, what was I thinking outside of this conversation? Was I fully present? What did I seek to know, to give, to be, to do? What did I seek to have done for me? How much of my awareness was in this simple exchange? Now step back from that conversation. Allowing it to be. As I guide you to become aware of any background noise, these objectives that you may have running through these conversations, I'm not asking you to judge yourself. There is no right or wrong in any of this. It just is. You could not fail or succeed. It is a way of doing, and we are examining that doing. So please, as I guide you into yet another exchange with another person, do not allow yourself to become anchored in the idea of failure or success. Just to be with it. Now as we call up a conversation in our recent life with somebody whom we love, which felt more tense. Not necessarily an argument, although you may, but something which didn't feel quite loving. Not fully. Explore where the reservation was. Was there a moment when you felt the need to deflect or protect? Was there a moment when you felt the need to step in to help someone else unasked? Was there a moment when those in the conversation with you may have felt the need to defend or deflect? Do you see here how underneath the conversation there is a current? That current is filled with noise so often. So often that even we are not fully aware of what is happening in any moment of exchange. There's so much unsaid, unseen, unacknowledged. And we speak not yet aware of what is happening beneath all our noise. And so we hold the people at arm's length, never understanding that we are. You have a beautiful opportunity right now to play with time a little bit. Reimagine the moments just before that conversation. Before a word was spoken. Allow yourself to know that the conversation is coming, and before it arrives, examine your feelings. Are there any areas which feel tense or tight? Lean into those. What is underneath that? If you feel uncomfortable exploring, you are doing exactly what you need to. That discomfort is a signal. We've become so used to avoiding discomfort that we fail to see the tool that it is. It is a nervous system's impulse telling you, here, pay attention. So pay attention. What are the words that accompany that feeling of tension? Often it begins with the words, I am afraid that. What is the fear? This is not the time to argue. Anything which is not love is fear. For today's purposes, let's not get mired in the labels. You can call it what you will. It is the same thing. Name the voice under the feeling. I'm afraid that you won't see it from where I stand. And I'm afraid that you will argue with me. And I'm afraid that I won't be able to help you see my point. I'm afraid that I will walk away from this conversation frustrated and wondering where it all went sideways. Those are all very valid fears, yet they are fears. Find your fears and give them voice. and then replay the conversation fully open, fully vulnerable, fully allowing yourself to say and do what you would have had you known what was underneath. Take your time to replay that now. As you come to the end of this conversation, notice if there are any different feelings. If there is still discomfort, I invite you in this moment to mentally embrace this person with whom this tense conversation occurred. Understand in this moment that those very things that we just walked through together, those fears, those thoughts, those areas of tension, they carried those into that conversation as well. The mechanism is there for every party involved at all times. But you have the unique ability now to stop, examine the stillness, find the areas of tension, explore them, and then enter any conversation with love. And when you encounter a moment of tension within the conversation, you now can appreciate exactly where they're coming from in the person with whom you are communicating. I do not advise you to call them out. That will be a very different conversation for sure. But I do invite you to practice compassion. Just as you did not know all of the thoughts and feelings which were underneath your part of the conversation, they do not know. They know only this manner of speaking which we've become so accustomed to. Speaking the words as they fly by, hoping to grasp the very ones that will express what we think we want to say, never really knowing what it is or why. And so very often failing and walking around confused. This is not a world of division. It is a world of oneness. But that oneness is so very, very often obscured simply because we are not here. We are not aware of anything that we are doing fully in any moment. And tonight you've been given a gift. You've been given the ability to halt any singular moment and examine how it feels in you. In doing so, you reveal presence. You give fears voice so that they can move out of the way. And then you speak from love, standing in truth. What is yours to do today? Yours is to demonstrate that so that others may do the same. That is all. Fearlessly be present. Fearlessly love. Fearlessly shut out the noise and let in the truth. Now for another few moments, just comfortably breathing, letting the air flow in and out. I invite you to call to mind any number of events, conversations, exchanges, situations which are bringing you a feeling of tension. Bring them forward. Examine the fear. Find those areas of tension and give a voice to them. Explore them all at your leisure. From the safety of your beautiful perspective here and now. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable from the safety of this moment. This is your world. If you wish peace and you wish harmony, if you wish joy, if you wish equality, you must act from all of those places. There is no situation which cannot be healed through vicious love. Love with every ounce of you. Love fully and freely, and fear will flee. You are the light of the world. And so is everyone else. Shine that they may see themselves more clearly. And in this moment, say with me, and so it is. Now you may begin bringing your awareness back to this space, to this body, to this moment. Reconnecting with sensation, with sound, with all that is happening where you are. And when you are ready, reconnecting with sight. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope that you took something powerful away from that. And I hope to see you again next week. Have a wonderful evening.